Alright guys, today I'll be reviewing this G&G Gr-25. Alright guys, so I got this gun secondhand off a guy on my local airsoft forum, Buffalo Airsoft Forum. I bought it for $2.90 and obviously it did not come with the scope. This is the scope from my Tanaka KGW whatever gas rifle. By the way, I'm still trying to sell that right now because I finally got this, which is the gun of my dreams. The real maker of this is Knight's Armament. This was sort of a not official gun. They revitalized this gun into the XM110. These are all basically just 7.62 semi-automatic AR-15s basically in real life, but in airsoft they're just really cool looking. This really doesn't have any advantage over the average M4, especially the G&G version, because it uses a standard version 2 gearbox. I just think it looks extremely awesome. The grip right there, that is an aftermarket grip that was included in the gun. It's a Tango Down 416 grip. It's pretty comfortable and it's slim, kind of like the real deal. The magazine that comes with it is in the gun right now. It is a 50 round mid-cap magazine. I don't know if you want to say mid-cap or low-cap, but I would say mid-cap since 50 rounds is a decent amount. This gun is restricted to semi-automatic only. See, you can only see safe and fire on the selector switch. This gun came with 3 rail covers. These are the rail covers. I'm not using the one on the bottom, but I am using rail covers on the sides. The rails aren't too sharp, so you don't really need them, but I like the look of the 2 rail covers. These are supposed to be clones of the KSE rail covers, I think. Moving over, here are the trademarks. As you can see, these are the older trademarks, the G&G Armament, Gr-25. They have the little unicorn right there. It's a 7.62mm right here, and a serial number right here. I'm not sure if it's unique or not. Here's another view at the safe and fire selector switch. And here's the stapled Tango Down 416 grip. And here is the 50 round magazine. Once again, this is a pretty nice magazine, made out of metal. It doesn't feed the last 2 or 3 rounds like most AGs, so you know. Moving forward, we have the very long, sexy rail system and the single flip-up front sight. This doesn't come with the backup rear sight. The guy also didn't include the bipod wrist adapter, but I really don't care that much. The wrist has a little wobble. I'm not sure if that's because this is secondhand, but it doesn't really bother me that much. Up here is the suppressor, the mock suppressor. It comes off by lifting up these 2 lugs and sliding it off, and reveals the outer barrel and the orange tip. The full stock can house a large 9.6 volt. Mine is a 9.6 volt 35 or 3800 milliamp battery by Intellect. It's an old battery, but it's still working pretty well. This can easily house that 9.6. It's quite a large battery. The stock has a kind of textured feel. You can see it's textured. It's not like shiny black, but it's not flat either. It's kind of like a satin. And it doesn't have a rubber butt pad, but M16s usually don't. Here's the battery compartment. Pretty easy to open. Houses your battery. Moving to the other side of the gun, you can see the imitation bolt, the cover and the bolt. This does have a working bolt catch, and the bolt, this is probably one of my favorite features, goes all the way back, and it has a working bolt catch. Move that forward. See that bolt all the way open, and you touch the bolt catch and it slams forward. I'll show you that again. You gotta manually lock the bolt catch. It's a little bit difficult to do. Kinda gotta press it. You gotta press it and then move the charging handle forward. Then you press the bolt catch and the whole bolt slams forward. The way this works is there's kind of like an entire sort of bolt carrier, you want to say. It's not just one little piece of metal, it's like a whole thing that surrounds the gearbox, and there's a separate spring just for the bolt itself. It's actually really cool and makes hop-up adjustment really easy. The dust cover also locks back, and on this side of the body there are more trademarks, G&G, Armament, yada yada yada. It has a standard metal trigger guard for most AEG M4s. This rail system is free float. You can see the free float nut. Let me think, what else did I not go over? The gearbox is standard version 2, uses all version 2 parts except for the air nozzle and pretty sure except for the air nozzle, that's basically it. The way G&G does their SR-25 is they have an elongated hop-up unit and an elongated gearbox nozzle, instead of the version 2.5 elongated gearbox like classic Army and A&K does. So, you know, it's kind of unique for G&G. There are advantages in that you can use standard version 2 parts, but there are no bore-up kits, so you can't use longer than 509mm barrels very effectively because the air volume isn't large enough. Some things to know about this gun are the mock suppressor doesn't do anything to affect the sound, for any of you guys that are wondering. It doesn't accept standard M4 magazines because it has a longer 7.62 receiver. And it is compatible with all AEG parts except for the air nozzle and the hop-up unit. While the buckings are and the nubs and the barrels are obviously compatible, the hop-up unit is not standard version 2. It takes standard motors, standard grips, just not the magazine or the hop-up unit. Overall, this gun is basically just a really cool M16 M4. And it really is no different at all, but it's just unique and just amazing looking and awesome and just great in every way. I mean, I've been waiting for this gun for a long time. The only thing I plan to do with this is maybe put in a MOSFET and maybe an M120 spring and maybe get a 45-degree rail and a mini red dot sight, but other than that, that's basically it. This is the review of the G&G Gr-25. If you have any questions, requests, of things for me to do to this and anything else, any other kind of video requests, just tell me. And thanks for watching, and subscribe.